What's good, y'all? It's the Mega Manager checking in, man. Today I'm going to answer a question that a lot of people ask, I feel, and it needs an answer, okay? Are nuts healthy? Alright? So, before I give you the answer, don't forget to like the video if you like the video. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't yet. Share this with a friend that might have this question, and we're going to get it going, alright? So, are nuts healthy? I'm going to answer that question with a question. Is the sky blue? Okay? You know? Do most protein powders taste like shit? So, yes, nuts are healthy, okay? I don't want people thinking that nuts are bad just because they have fat. And there's a big misconception. People think that just because you eat fat, it turns into fat. It's not necessarily true. So, carbs and fats they primarily do the same thing for kind of in the body. So they both act as an energy source, okay? Yes, they both have their individual characteristics as to what they get broken down to and what exactly happens with them, but they are both an energy source for the body, okay? So when you eat carbs, they get broken down and turned into glucose, and that becomes our energy. Fats, they get broken down, turned into ketones, and we use that as energy. Same exact shit. The only difference, carbs have 4 calories per gram of carb, and fat has 9 calories per gram, okay? So you just have to be more mindful of how much fat that you're eating. You can't eat as much fat as you are carbs, okay? So when it comes to nuts, yeah, nuts are a fucking perfect, healthy source. A lot of times you're gonna get a lot of those other fats that you need, a lot of the unsaturated fats that you're going to need in your diet as well. Because I believe in having a nice ratio, a nice almost even ratio between saturated, polyunsaturated fats and monounsaturated fats. Okay, I believe having like a nice balance between those three, like about a 30% to 33% ish split, okay? Because that's gonna give your body everything it needs. You need all your omega-3s, 6s, and 9s, okay? So you're going to want to incorporate fat into your diet. Don't be scared of things like nuts or nut butters, like peanut butter. Almond butter is pretty good, but it's overpriced. I don't know any other kind of butters that they have, but I'm sure there's plenty like cashew butter or something. Or even just, you know, buying nuts from the store, you know, whether it's salted or not. Of course, you know, if you have blood pressure problems or like, you know, diabetes, something like that, just be careful if, you know, they're like super salted. Like look at the sodium on the back label. And also be careful about the ones that have like added like sugar and honey and stuff like that. If you don't need that, just opt for the regular ones, please. I mean, I know it's gonna taste a little bit better and might be a little easier in your mind, but that's like feeding that sugar addiction that we have, you know. Especially if you're someone like with diabetes, you need to keep your blood sugar at bay. You never know how those ones are going to affect your blood sugar, you know. So even if it's not that many carbs in them, you know, just the presence of that can trigger some shit in your body. So you have to be careful, okay? So, and I just want to say, like, you don't have to worry about fats really. Just worry about trans fats. That's the problem. My body does not know what the fuck to do with that. So just avoid anything that has trans fats on the label. And even if it says 0 trans fat, make sure that there is no type of hydrogenated oil in the product. Because in essence, that is a trans fat. And if it's less than a certain amount, they can say 0 on the label. Okay, so you gotta remember that. It's a little bit tricky. That's how I kind of had to get you. So look at the ingredient label. Make sure you don't see hydrogenated oil anywhere. And for like stuff like peanut butter, that's why I go with like the natural ones, because they know like hydrogenated oil in them, and then you're gonna be good to go. Right? So that's really all the fat that you need to avoid. And yeah, nuts are healthy, so incorporate them, and also make sure, this is the biggest thing, make sure that you weigh or measure out whatever nuts or nut butter that you're using, because it's very easy to overeat them. Like I said, there's 9 calories per gram of fat, and 2 tablespoons of butter is not exactly what you're thinking. You might think it's like 2 big ass scoops, but that's really like 6 servings of peanut butter. Put it on a scale, hit tar, and scoop out until you get 32 grams, which is about what a serving of peanut butter is, okay? Or weigh out, I think it's 28 or 32 grams of nuts on a scale, or even just count them out based on like what the bag says, okay? Or just look online like average serving size for whatever. So just be careful. They're not unhealthy. Anything can be bad if you eat too much of it. It's just a matter of just being aware and just don't overdo it, okay? So, that's all I gotta say about that. I hope you liked the video, man. Don't forget to like the video, man. Don't forget to share, hit that subscribe button, and I'm gonna holla at y'all, man. Make a man out.